Oh, hello, I didn't see you there. My name is Acebek, the person that over the last 30 days has made 30 Days of Warcraft possible for you guys. However, I'm going to come clean with you people. Originally, 30 Days of Warcraft was not supposed to be about you, the viewer. Originally, it was a concept that I created to create more interaction with the community and see how we can get more people to talk to us and help us with what we do. However, over the past 30 days, 30 Days of Warcraft grew into so much more. I started to enjoy the game to the point where maybe in the future I will do more games like this on a more frequent basis. However, this would not be possible if it wasn't for you, the viewer, the user that gave me the comments, the critique that we needed. And sure, there were people that were not very constructive, to the point maybe where it could be considered some sort of flame. However, almost every single person that left comments was helpful in general, whether or not it was supporting the initiative or giving ideas about strategies, about the races, about the maps. And for this I want to thank you. It wouldn't be possible. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't right now be looking at 15,000 views on our website. And you guys are responsible for that. I hope you've enjoyed 30 Days of Warcraft. Sadly enough, I won't be continuing with a daily concept with Warcraft, so we'll have to let you down there. However, I will try to get at least 1 or 2 VODs up for Warcraft every week. Once again, thank you. And sadly enough, all good things have to come to an end. So therefore, I present to you the very last 30 Days of Warcraft, Day 30. Enjoy, and see you next time.
Turtle Rock, 30 Days of Warcraft, check versus Tho. I know you're wondering, okay, what's so special about this game? Well, this was the very first game I casted on day number 1. So we have, well, day number 1, that really couldn't be called a cast, really. It was just a slight blabber into what I thought was Warcraft at the time. And I'm under the impression that I changed my skill quite a lot over that time frame. So just to wrap up all the 30 days, I thought by myself, you know what, I'll cast day number 1 so you guys can put it next to one another, and then well, compare about how much I've changed over the last 30 days. So we're on our way here. We got Tho versus Czech. Tho in the bottom as the human, as always. Got a barracks gun up in Elder of Kings. Will no doubt go for an Archmage. And on the other side, we got Tho coming up with his Night Elf stuff, Agent of War, standard stuff going on here. Giant Sea Turtle spawn. And the Agent of War will no doubt built that Archer and go straight towards the Sea Turtle. I'm going to guess he's going to go for a Demon Hunter. Since I casted this game about 30 days ago, I really cannot remember what happened. See, there you go. It's a Warden, actually. And that's coming out. So that'll be interesting to do versus the Archmage. She will be able to use Fan of Blades and, of course, Shadow Strike, which is a very, very strong spell versus just about any unit. Slows them down and does damage over time, which is, of course, a very great thing to do. We got an Archer coming out. We'll be able to aggro those turtles at the bottom, and then a Warden will come in to finish them up. We got the first footman already coming out for Tho. There's a check at the bottom. My apologies. At the top is just continuing on. There's, well, Turtle Rock. We got a lot of expansion areas going on here. If you watched yesterday, we had Turtle Rock then as well. We had an aggressive expansion over on this side. I don't expect that to happen this time around, but we shall see if that will happen. And I remember that Paladin, who was playing versus Sierra yesterday, was extremely pissed off when that happened. Or an aggressive tower build from the Orcs. It was, we have the Archmage with that elemental on the field. We'll be able to take down the water turtle quite nicely, and we'll level up shortly. He's got himself a Cloak of Shadows, so a nice addition there towards his Archmage. We'll get out of there quite nicely as well. The Warden gets the Footman down. That Shadow Strike is not going to go happen. Looks like he's going to go for a quick dash in towards these Wisps. But he's going to go down. no doubt.
Forces are under
As,
attack.
the Warden does take the chase as the Archmage continues to creep. He's almost a level 2. He's got his Cloak of Shadows. I'm going to guess he's going to sell that shortly because in all, it is somewhat useless. As the Warden comes in. Hello, Warden. Shadow Strike comes off on towards the Archmage. It looks like he's surrounded by both the creeps as well as his own units. Warden is a little bit weak. Needs to get the hell out of there. He's chasing after the Archmage. He's almost at level 2. Is he going to be able to finish off these Sea Turtles? He needs to finish off the Sea Turtle in order to get the Archmage leveled up. As the Archmage does get Shadow Strike to slow down again, being chased. 130 health remaining. Warden still right on top of him. Finally, level goes up. I'm going to guess the turtle finally died. Yes, he did. As where is the troops? There he is. The Archmage has gone for that Cloak of Shadows. Looks like it was a useful thing to have in the long run, but he's so low. He's only got 40 health remaining. Still being chased by the Shadow Strike, and he doesn't have anything to heal him out. We've got another Cloak of Shadows being popped off, and he's bought Boots of Speeds as well as Dust of Appearance. So he needs to watch out here. Knight just kicks in. It's a good thing he had that cloak, because he would have definitely have died there on level 2 Archmage on this stage. And would set back his creeping ability quite significantly, and a Warden would be able to push forward. So right now he's just waiting for his health to get back up, as well as his mana to get back up on the speed. What's the Warden doing? He's just waiting for the Archmage to make his move. This is where it's at. The Archmage needs to get enough health. About 80 health should be enough to get the hell out of there. Just waiting a little bit longer just to make sure, and the Warden is still right on top of him.
Job's done.
The Knight is quarter way done. The Archmage is almost back at the 100 health. I need to watch out with that Shadow Strike. Oh, the Staff of Teleportation coming in. We'll be able to TP out.
Job's done.
There we go. He's out of there. Yeah, TP's out and makes his way out of there. And we're waiting for him to get enough gold out to actually buy that Staff of TP. It was a nice move there nonetheless. He got 2T coming up for Tho. He's going for a keep. Let's take a look on the other side. Tree of Ages coming up there as well. So he could be looking to add Huntresses or Dryads coming out. He's got a Hunter's Hole coming up as well. And these footmen are continuing to look around. And what are we going to see from Tho? What does he have in mind? Are we going to see Arcane Phantoms, perhaps? We shall see. More. Oh, we got militias being called. They're going to go for river raids. We got a Naga on the map now as well. Tho has opted for a second hero. He's gone for a Naga, Chain Lightning, and everything. So we'll be able to get that damage out. And he's got Riflemen as well. So right now, could be looking for. Let me take a look. Well, we got long rifles being researched. So we got a ranged attacks being done by Tho, so I'm going to guess Arcane Phantoms will be built shortly. There we go. So with Sorcerers and Priests will be opted for Tho. He's going for a long range build, and as he's going after the Moonwells as well. Archers still trying to get them down. These Wonder Elementals are taking most of the brunt of the damage. The Warden is in a little bit of trouble now. He does manage to pop off a Shadow Strike on one of the Riflemen. He will be going down. There we go, and we got a Naga from both sides as well. And Czech has got a Naga of his own. He's a little bit low, though. Need to watch out. He doesn't go down. Moon Warden is still ready to go up for another level, so another level Shadow Strike or Final Blades. Not going to happen as the Naga goes back towards the base, and Moonwells are quick to heal him back up. She manages to outlive him, and he still hasn't picked up the second ability on the Warden, so he's just waiting for what could happen. Just anticipating what Tho is going to do. Jack is taking it slow so far. And, he did manage to take down one of the Riflemen. We got a lot of militia coming out once again. And we still have that Arcane Phantom coming out. We got Sorcerers and Priests both coming out. And nothing being built at the barracks right now. Let's look at the base right here. Ancient Protector coming up. And we got Ancients of Lore. Tree of Eternity going out. T3. You got T3 coming out, and 2 Ancients of Lore, so we could be looking at Dryads. Another Shadow Strike comes off onto its footman. This Archer is going to go down. A little bit more experience there. The Warden is in a little bit of trouble. This footman is going to go down as well. As the Warden still has one level of one ability to choose from. Another Shadow Strike going off onto its Rifleman. As the footmen are being microed around the Naga quite nicely. The Naga could be now. Moonwells are just in range as well. Naga is still in a little bit of trouble. TP comes in. staff with preservation. And now, she's
Your
blinked,
building
nice,
is complete.
just in time. Just opting to wait for that ability a little bit longer than expected. But blinked out of there just in time quite nicely as well. We got a farm being built just outside of the base, so a little bit of line of sight being built by these peasants. They're not opting for towers at the moment, though, as more range units are coming in. There's a Naga and an Archmage, as well as priests and riflemen. We'll be able to take down these Ancient of Wonders quite easily. What are we going to see? Well, we got Druids of the Claw being built. We got Druids of the Claw being built. That could be very problematic because right now Tho is opting for long-range units, and Druids of the Claw, in case you didn't know, are all about in-your-face damage. So far, when it comes to levels, we got the Warden at level 2, the Archmage at level 2 as well. This Ancient of War could be going down. A little bit more aggro coming off from the archers. So Naga is still in trouble. And the Moonwells aren't back in action yet. So that could be problematic as well. Nothing being built here at the moment. Lumber mill coming out. And we'll be able to get some more, another lumber area going on for the peasants. As, the Ancient of War is still being ganked quite heavily. The Ancient Protector is no longer in range of any of the units of Tho. And the Warden still being struck.
Our forces are
These
under attack.
sorceresses will be able to slow down the troops of Czech quite nicely as well. Ancient Protector is next. We got the Spell Breakers now as well to take the brunt of the damage, since they're immune to magic. Magic attacks, my apologies, will be able to take the brunt of the damage in case of Druids come. More Druids of the Claw. Druids of the Claw Master Training being coming out. Bear form will be on the map, and that's what he's going for. Taking that bear form, as another Ancient of War is actually being attacked now as well.
Done.
As Tho is being given free roam throughout the base of Czech. He's not doing it. He's not able to do much about it. He still he has two Druids of the Claw out. Will it be enough? Another Druid of the Claw coming out and going after more Moonwells. Is the Naga still doing attacking it? She's been roared as well, so we'll be able to do extra additional damage. Ooh, what's that? We got more riflemen coming out. More riflemen being built by Tho.
Town is under siege.
And right now he's got the gold for it as well, but he's just opting to not go past 50 gold just to make sure that his upkeep doesn't come into play. Because right now, Tho is still creeping a little bit more once he gets his Archmage to level 3. Get his second level on towards his summons, on towards the water elementals. We've got a Tome of Intelligence as well. And the Naga will pick that up. Nice buff there. And so we got a Potion of Invulnerability on the Naga, and that will be great in case she gets primary by the bears. And considering Tho has seen the bears earlier on, knows that they were being built. But look at all these range troops. They're everywhere. We got riflemen, we got priests, sorceresses, we got priests. They'll be able to take down these Moonwells quite nicely. And they need to take down the Moonwells in order to make sure that, well, there was no healing abilities on the map.
Complete.
From Czech. Czech, meanwhile, go for a little bit of creeping ozone. He will be able to TP back towards the base if he needs to. He's now level 3 on towards the Moon Warden. On the Warden itself, my apologies. And is continuing on. Is he building more bears? Yes, he is. More bears being built. But he's going to have a real problem keeping up his, getting his upkeep in check. He's losing Moonwells all over the place. Even the militia come in now to take the field. More bears coming in, and all these range troops are doing a lot of damage. The peasants right now are just sitting in front of the troops just to be able to tank the damage whenever they are going to go in and go for the attack. And another Moonwell does go down, and the bears come in going for damage. Oh, the peasants are blocking the bears all over the place. And as the range units are doing the rest, and the sorcerers are slowing down the bears as well, as the peasants keep on blocking the bears, and the range units are doing the rest. As a chain lightning comes up from the Naga, the Archmage is a little bit low, and look at all those buffs. He is so low, and he goes down. As, that is problematic right there, although the Warden is still in place as well. Does she have Phantom Blades? I don't think so. Goes for another Shadow Strike onto Naga. The range units are still doing the damage, but the bears have managed to get past the peasants. They are protected by the. They got scroll protection on them, so they will be able to take the damage in general. But TP comes in, the warning goes back home. As the range units, will they be able to take down any of the troops? No, not so much. A great micro there from the peasants, blocking the bears, and the range units doing the rest. And now it's back for Tho to go back towards the base, getting his Archmage back on the field, and seeing whenever he can actually tank the damage quite nicely. Goldmine is still pretty good. We got Abolish Magic, so Dryads will be coming out as well. The Dryads will be researched shortly. So they'll be able to counter the water elementals, especially if it's a level 3 water elemental. We'll be able to dish out so much damage. And all these sorcerers as well, be able to slow down the troops. And do we have any riflemen? No, I don't see any riflemen at the moment. As we do have Czech looking for an engagement. They were going after the Ogre Lord. As one of the sorcerers does go down, and that's a bad moment there. Archmage is back. Still trying to get the damage, and this is all about the creeps right now. Who can get the damage onto its creeps is
your building is complete.
One of the creeps is going to go down. One Ogre Warrior, more XP onto the Archmage. He's almost on level 3, but the bears are trying to get the damage in. Can he get the creep jack? He doesn't manage to do so. The Warden does go to level 4, and we only have a level 2 Archmage on the field, and he will need to level it up quite nicely. Quite quickly, actually. And Staff of Preservation comes in just in time, and we'll be able to take down, and looks like we have a level up on towards the Archmage, and we'll be go for next level on towards his summons. As this Ogre Lord is going to go down, Militia come in to take damage as well. And Battle Drum, Tome of Agility, as well as Battle Drums. So increased damage, damage there. And now he's got himself a significant army, but these militias are going to run out shortly. Does he have a scroll of protection? He does only have a scroll of healing, as I can see at the moment. So he won't be able to use those peasants as effectively as he had before. But he still has a significant amount of ranged units. Another Moonwell will be going down. Where's the Warden? She's down in the bottom. The bears are going up. Does she have a scroll of 2P? No, she doesn't. She does have Orb of Venom. And the Staff of Preservation onto Watsanaga. The base is still being harassed. And the peasants, oh, nice placement from the peasants behind the ranged troops. As the Warden does blink in. The Chain Lightning comes off on towards the Sorceresses. Archmage is being shadow struck. Tho is leaving for what it is because these bears are a little bit too much for him right now. And he did lose. The peasants are on the wrong side of the field, and he won't be able to block the bears. He needs some microdose in front to try and get them between them and between the range units and the bears. If he doesn't, then he will lose most of his troops. Another bear low. This priestess could be primed. She's down. Dryads in combination with the archers pick them off. As another preservation comes in. Down towards a bear. Nice timing once again. We have to cool down going off. So if there's any time, then this will be it. There we go. One bear is down.
We can't build there.
There's another one. Could be going down. Staff of Preservation again. Still on cooldown. And he's going to lose him. Yeah, there we go. As these peasants are now going to be primed. And another Druid of the Claw is in the back. Could be in trouble. Warden blinks out of there just in time. As now Tho is back with a vengeance. And this bear is going to go down as well. Shouldn't have moved them back towards the front, but he doesn't have any Moonwells to actually heal them back up. And even though Tho was pushed back earlier on, he's now back, pushing straight in towards Czech's base and going after the Hunter's Hall as well as the Moonwells. Another bear is going to go down. No, Staff of Preservation is going to come in, but the Archmage now levels up. Another Elemental comes up. He will be abolished quickly if he can. Goes down. Another two Shadow Strikes being popped off from both the Naga as well as the Archmage. But right now, the Warden is low. We got towers! Towers being built! We got Arcane Towers being built right in the middle of the base. That could be problematic right there. We had an Ivory Tower coming up.
The sleeper has awakened.
More stuff is going to come out. Another Priestess is down, and these bears are doing the heads in of these sorceresses quite nicely. We do have the Warden in a little bit of trouble. That tower is being taken down, but that was just fielding off the DPS to something else. Just taking the attention away as the Naga now levels up. Another chain lightning comes off towards from the Naga from Tho. As right now, the Naga from Tho has no mana, won't be able to do anything, but the Warden is low herself, and she doesn't have mana to blink out back towards the base. As now Tho has the upper hand and continues to push in. Moonwell is going to come down. The Naga is trying to go for some long-range damage on towards Tho's Naga, but will it be enough? Both sides opted earlier on for offensive heroes. Both sides on the Naga, as well as the Warden. Another building does go down. And now it's just Tho's pushing into its base, and Czech is all the way in the back, and he's nothing that he can do. Tho has this, and he had it for a long time. As those Moonwells went down, he is trying to build another Dryad, but it's way too late. As, there's the Warden. She's going to get quickly surrounded, no doubt, and that will be it. No, he's not going to go for that anyway, but another chain lightning does go off, and the Naga Naga is down for Czech. That is the Naga off. Level 4. He doesn't have the gold to do anything with that. Is he going to try to get it back? No, he doesn't. Those units are low at the moment, but those... are there any priests? I don't see any priests right now, so he won't be able to heal them up. But the Warden is going to go down. Good game is being called by Czech. That was, well, completely different from the first time I cast it on day number 1. In all honesty, I honestly cannot remember it to go like that. Although, this brings us to something else, as this was the very last day of 30 Days of Warcraft. I want to thank you all for who've been watching every single day of this month, from the 1st of June towards the 3rd of June. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. And I hope you learned a lot for those that had never seen Warcraft before, because I certainly did as well. And, thank you for all the people that gave all the tips and all the support during these casts. And I hope to hear from you in the future. And like I said in the beginning intro video, you know what? I like to continue down this path and do more VODs in the future. Not on a daily basis like 30 days, but at least 1 or 2 per week, just to humor you guys and just keep this community rolling. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly did. This has been 30 Days of Warcraft. My name is Acebek, and we'll see you in the future. And remember, leave your comments below on how you feel about 30 days and how to improve on this concept for future references. See you next time, and good night.